I made a smooth R&B beat for Tory Lanez with a dope vintage feel. I'm going to show you guys how you can do it also. So I wanted to start out with some nice chords in F sharp minor, and I'm going to show you that sequence now and then explain a couple of things. So while I said this chord progression is in F sharp minor, we also broke that kind of music theory rule on that 8th bar because we used the F key, which is not in the Aeolian natural minor, it's actually in the major, and the reason we're using that is to just cause dissonance. You can look it up, but basically what it means is it kind of gives your ear longing for it to then hit the root note because it's just one semitone away. It gives it that R&B feel. So now we had a nice chord progression. I wanted to go in with some effects. Got a general sort of EQ here. Then we've gone in with a tape emulator to add a bit of noise, a little bit of grit, a little bit of wear to this sample. A little bit of dynamic EQ just to tame off harsher frequencies. And one of my new sort of favorite plugins at the moment is Super VHS for this kind of vintage feel. And now we had those nice chords. What did I want to do next? I wanted to export it, and I'll explain why. I exported it, and then I came in and I changed the sample rate. But in this one, we're going to change the sample rate to 5,000 Hertz. We want a bit of a feel to it. So now we've got the vibe down. I wanted to add a pad to add some atmosphere. The plugin I'm using for this is by Lunacy Audio, and it's called Cube. We used those same chords, but what we did is we put a kickstart on it so it cuts the tail end of the chord off. It's kind of just coming in and out and adding kind of necessary atmosphere to those piano chords. After that, I wanted to get some kind of subtle vocal chops. What I've done here is I've put halftime and reverb and a flanges on this. So what I did is I exported that, and for variation we have that version you just heard and then a pitched up version that sounds like this. Just so we can alternate it and add, different parts so it doesn't sound repetitive. Next, I came in for the intro for the bass. So I wanted to use a dope sort of a synth bass with some distortion, some harmonics to it. So I used the Melly bass in Scorch, and I believe I'm using preset 4. This is how it sounds. So at this point now, the sample, the loop is sounding really full and really atmospheric. But there was one more little touch I wanted to add, which was this percussion texture from my Gemini drum kit. So this is how that sounds. So all in all, a really kind of nice loop. There's space, there's ambience, there's atmosphere. There's definitely a vintage kind of worn feel to it, just like Tory kind of raps over or does this kind of R&B melodic auto-tune singing to. So with the drums, because I got this BPM quite low at 108, I didn't really have to work too hard for the drums to be spaced apart because it's kind of slower. But if you were doing it a little bit faster, you want the drums a bit more spaced out. What I've done here is I've created gaps in this hi-hat and rolls. This adds bounce, and then using rolls on crucial parts where I anticipate the kick or the snare is going to be is also a great way to kind of add that bounce and kind of laid back feel. Then I had the rim and snare. Then I also sprinkle perks for certain parts of the beat. Kick pattern here. This kick pattern was kind of spaced out, but when the kicks are going to come in, you want them to kind of come in like a little flurry of sorts. And finally we came in with the 808, and we did a nice little reverse effect on this, which you're going to see where there's no velocity on a note and then there's a slide above. So I'll circle that when it plays for you. So that's pretty much the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this type of content for your music production to improve it. If you were looking for some sounds, check the links in the description. And yeah, I'll play you guys a preview of the beat, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
I'm not sure, do you want me? But I not know. You know I know that this ain't right. Cause you want me, cause I got dough. Never since you walked in, shut my phone, slam my door. You know I know that you been on it, but I've been on it, on the low. So let a young nigga get down on it. Yeah, love when you spin round on it. Yeah, even though a young nigga want you. Shorty, I promise the truth, and when I come down on it, yeah, you'll love when I'm down on it. Yeah, fuck around, spend time on it. Yeah, that's why I came back top. You gon' have to do more than just. You gon' have to do less for you. So mama, you know always want you to. You gon' have to do more than just. You gon' have to do less for you. So mama, you know so you gon' need to do more than just.